Ouais. Ok, bah c'est lancé. Hein. Ouais. C'est bon, c'est lancé. On va attendre que les viewers rejoignent. $52 ans. On va vite mettre le lecteur. Oups. Allez, Romain. Mettre ça là et puis le lecteur. Salut, it was Naro, salut à toi, bienvenue. Moi, je me fais un petit peu chier. Hein. On va attendre que le lecteur il le mette là. Wow, un boss! Tiens, on prend ça, comme ça. Ouais, ça se lit Waze, non? Ok, désolé. Qu'est-ce que toi avec tes... On dirait des ananas, frère, que tu lances. Eh ben là... Bon, ils font quoi, là? Ils ne lancent pas? Chargement en cours. On va voir, c'est pas grave. Pas de soucis, mec. Je sais pas... N'hésitez pas à partager le live, hein. Ah yes, c'est bon. Oh, c'est bon. Oh non, putain, c'est le... Quoi là? Ah yes, c'est bon. Il y a eu la notif de la chaîne de Fortnite. Ouais, ben, je regarde pas sur Twitch. Parce que j'ai peur que là, il y a pris back. Ah, il y a Anton, salut mec. Donc c'est pour ça. Là, ça commence dans 13 minutes. On a le temps de discuter s'il faut. Donc voilà. On a le temps de discuter. Non, c'est sur YouTube. Ah ouais, mais que ce soit sur YouTube ou pas, voilà, je préfère pas. Voilà. Là, ça me bouffe pas de la co quand je suis sur leur live de jeu. Donc, ouais. Ah, vous me dites hein, si le son est trop fort ou quoi. Des trucs.
High ground advantage is when you have a height advantage over your opponent and are looking down on them. Having the high ground enables you to have more access to information and easier ability to take and hit shots. You will frequently see players battling for high ground in all stages of the game, but in particular during the late game.
Non, c'est parfait. Ok, tant mieux.
Is generally the player or team who controls the highest level during the final circles, and they have a number of advantages. They are typically the least threatened, can decide when to drop down and start taking fights.
Premier jour créatif, c'était à 1h. Ah, mais c'est l'heure. Ouais. Donc ouais, n'hésitez pas à partager le live, tout ça, pour qu'il y ait un peu du monde. Ce serait dommage d'être un peu seul, surtout. Merde, j'ai enlevé le curseur, je vais le mettre là. La cam c'est bon, le code créateur ouais, c'est bon.
Speaking of chaotic environments, our next term is possibly the most perfect embodiment of this. The backside of the storm is when the safe zone is closing in towards a new one and the players are clustered in towards one edge. Generally, it is very high density of competitors, and you will find a lot of interactions, engagements, and eliminations occurring at this point, particularly for those
le temps de présenter les duos et tout, il leur faut 3 heures.
One by ones. One by ones are the most basic proponent of building in competitive Fortnite. This is when a player boxes themselves in using their own builds, making them safe from outside fire. This technique can be expanded on to allow for players to take control of the space around them. But it all starts with the 4 walls around you, then a floor plus ceiling that each have a pyramid on.
Comment bien joué.
Tunneling. Tunneling is the first basic expansion of the one by ones. Tunneling is when players create a tunnel out of their own builds in order to rotate safely.
Tu peux juste parler un petit peu plus fort. On y croit, il est à fond. Après, je peux toujours... Je vais faire un truc. Tic tic tic. Je peux toujours faire un truc pour mon micro, mais... Je vais voir ça, Parce que je sais pas, parce que sur OBS il est à fond là. Thèse du micro machin, propriété du périphérique, volume. Ah. C'est bon là, non? C'est pas... Alors. Paramètres. Audio. C'est à fond, après... Propriété audio avancée. C'est bon là ou pas? Non?
Welcome to the Fortnite World Cup in the grand final that culminates in New York City for $30 million. There's 2 players here back against the wall. He's back. You saw him trying to go build. What? 5H.
What?
And into the box. Follow. That was crazy. Brazil's definitely not one to be taken lightly. And it's through. Dominates it. You're a
stressful and exciting time ever. You have to learn from every single mistake. You can't blame other people.
Oh!
It's gonna be so fun. It's also astonishing.
This is a dream for us. Very impressive to me. Big moment of my life.
Oh my God! Everything has led to this moment. Do
malade.
not miss out.
Tu peux m'ajouter en ami? Ouais, sur quoi? Waouh, trop bien. Ouais. Mais là, moi, je suis en vacances et j'ai pas ma console si jamais tu m'ajoutes. Ouais. Salut. Salut les gens. Ils sont tous chauds. Le pic. Ouais, pas de soucis. Dotless, j'ai joué à Dotless. Enfin, j'y jouais.
My duo's prediction for the World Cup is definitely going to be Zayt and Saf. They're always on top, they always know what they're doing. Zayt's a genius. He's a class.
Savage and Veggie.
Emma said Flix and Skeptic.
Nitro, Mongrel, Benji Savage, Saf and Zayt. There's so many great duos.
Young Cal and Backlight.
Flix and Skeptic.
Dubs and Mega.
I have my eyes on Mega and Dubs. They're really good together and they have a really good chemistry.
Ronaldo and Ziv.
Ronaldo and Ziv, they've been top competitors since the start of the pro scene. Consistent every week. Really hope to see them take it.
I mean, there's so many good teams. It's hard to say who's going to win. Saf and Zayt, one of those guys, one of those duos that are more experienced.
Dubs and Mega. No doubt.
Eh, putain, il s'amuse, hein. Waouh. Oh, le bordel quoi. Donc ça doit expliquer... Ok, je t'ajouterai. T'inquiète pas. Dans 3 minutes.
All he has to do is swipe just a couple of times. Can he win this straight? And he does not. No one's in there. Can he find it? And he does. That's
oh my God.
His feet touch the ground. He's almost there. He is almost there. The first place can be his. Right now he can take this lead, Sundown. But they got control at the same time. It's literally ticking over. A half second away from each other. The shots are going. Cuddle Crew has the lead though. Will the shot be able to go to? Yes. Cuddle Crew can take it down. And Raven's revenge in the closest nail biter yet. And now we're going to go over the stage. We have the results in your set. One winner is the Funky Fighters. But we are about to have the world premiere of Junkyard Juke. There's just a level of ridiculousness that I enjoy so much. Just seeing somebody turn themselves into a literal dumpster and then try and weave their way past. It's a lot of fun. How the... That was sick! the chicken champions have done enough to round out the final match.
So that confidence boost is going to help dramatically.
With a bunch of points in the map, whichever team gets all 30, the fastest, or as many as possible until time runs out, will be the victor. Jump.
Got it. Last jump, and he's got the coin too.
There you go.
We have the winners of the set. It's gonna be Fish Fam. He just needs one more coin. Is it the one on this track? Or is it the one back behind?
You can tell he lifted the finger. He said, we need one coin. Just grab this coin right down here. If he can do this without being eliminated.
There it is. The win. Oh, he missed it, but gets it with the trap trigger. The Fish Fam. Sand clutches up.
And the winner of the Fortnite Creative World Championship is the Fish Fam.
So you got yourself $1 million off of it, Trump. How does that feel today, my man? It's unreal. I don't know what to say, to be honest. Welcome to the Fortnite Pro-Am. All right, folks, the moment you've been waiting for. It is now time for the third Fortnite Pro-Am. The players are loaded into the island. The battle bus is ready to go. It starts right now. King is going to be out. It is all up to Sinnoh here. Wildcat down low. He takes the shot, and it's Sinnoh with a victory royale. He loses the high ground. Jacob, look. Oh!
The side shot of Cloaksy. He has to make something. Neither of them have the HP. No, you can't go on the start. What's it going to happen? JT Brown has given up the positioning, and he actually connects right there. And JT Brown wraps up Aiden in the final moments of the Pro-Am. Your 2019 Pro-Am winner is Airwalks in RL Grime.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Jonesies, Bonesies, and everyone in between, welcome back to the road to the Fortnite World Cup. We're on one of the last stops. We saw Creative and the Pro-Am get off the track yesterday and ball up. We're here today for the duos competition.
Yeah, these guys have been competing since April. Just a number of months. It's been amazing. They have done so much qualifiers in the online opens. There's been heartbreaks and triumphs, close calls, landslides, and today we're about to have some of the most unforgettable Fortnite experience we've ever seen. Again, these guys are competing. They've qualified over the last 5 weeks. Here's the schedule that we already went through. Yesterday, on Friday, the World Cup Creative Finals, and also the Pro-Am.
And it was amazing. The Creative Finals wrapping up one of the most iconic ways, having Scissors, one of the legendary beginners, the death run who went through, the creator who was there from the start, clutch up in the final moments. You saw Zan there. Now today we will have the duos competition. Pre-show is going on right now, and the show will kick off at 1 p.m. Eastern, and then tomorrow we have the solos competition, as well as that recently announced Marshmallow performance that will be happening live.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy. Today, though, it's all about the duos. We had 5 weeks of open qualifiers. We already awarded $6 million to around the world for these players, and almost over 40 million players competed around the world to try to qualify for today.
And we have the 50 best duo pairings. They will be going at their share of $15 million in the prize pool, and it is all about who is the ultimate victor, because for a lot of these guys, it's about the title. They want the crown of being the first ever duos world champion. They want to walk off that stage knowing they are not one of, but the best in the world, and we are going to get a chance to watch that here live. And
salut la sœurette.
You're going to get a chance at home. You can check it out on Fortnite.com/watch for a uniquely tailored viewer experience.
Je vais voir si on va l'inviter.
Sometimes though, as a spectator, you just want to watch watch one individual player. So you want to watch the person who's first in doing that? Awesome, go for it. It'll be there. You just want to see the map and break it down. Shout out to Destiny's Jesus, who I know he'll be doing that, trying to figure out where everyone is out there rotating around. You can do that. We'll have one of those feeds up there, as well as regional representation. So you want to watch the top Brazilian players? We got it. You want to watch the top players out of Asia or Oceania? They'll be on there, as well as the Titans you know from NA and Europe.
Yeah, it's awesome. You can go do that at Fortnite.com/watch or in-game as well.
Yeah, it will be.
Standings.
Yeah, you'll be in-game. You can check out the event, and you can also have that picture-in-picture. So wherever you are, you can check out this amazing Fortnite action, and these pairs are going to be so good. Honestly, I was impressed yesterday with the Pro-Am level of skill, and it was like, wow, these endgames are ridiculous. Well, today is going to be not just one exponent, probably an exponent to an exponent of that. The level of skill is ridiculous, but enough from us now. We want to introduce you guys to the players, so we will have the first group now taking the stage out there.
Wow, ils sont là.
Group, we have Crimson Spades, Clicks and Skeptics, PF Zin and Nix, Artgram and Falconer, and then Lenon and Tyler 15.
Oh putain, il y a des gosses.
I'm attached to PF Zin and Nix. Nix has been the star coming out of Brazil.
Duo qualifié Brésil. Un des.
Clicks and Skeptic, because Clicks' rise throughout the Fortnite World Cup Online Opens has been meteoric. A lot of people are wondering, how is he going to perform on the stage?
It's definitely a change in environment. Now, these were the Week 2 qualifiers coming out of NA East, NA West, and Brazil. But now, on to our next group, the Group 2, which will be out of Asia, Oceania, and...
les duos français.
Just a total great fire right there. End up going through there, but let's get to that next group.
That group is Bell, Scarlet, it's Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage, and it's Mongrel and Mitro, and Shinken and Stompy. So this group is absolutely ridiculous. It has some of the biggest names in Fortnite.
Mais que des gosses, frère. Putain, ils ont quel âge? Ils ont 11 ans, frère. Que des gosses. Il y a mon Graal. Nitro. Sauvage.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Stompy and Shinken also cover H and Twiz, which is very interesting. They're coming all the way from OCE.
And don't count out Merci and Scram, though. We've seen a ton of their gameplay. Scram has been the one to do ridiculous thing in solos, and qualifying in that first week, it was a very tough competition. And cover H and Twiz, we got to talk with them a little bit, and then we also got to go travel out to Oceania, go down under, and get a chance to interact with these guys. Let's see what it's like over there.
We live in New Zealand. I like the nature, the rivers, the parks, the people, really friendly and keen to have a conversation. It's probably some of my favorite things.
Best thing in New Zealand for me is the internet. It's really fast, got no lag. Yeah.
Man's got his priorities.
Cover H and Twiz in the #1 spot. It's actually amazing what these guys are doing right now.
We're the best. We're gonna put OC on the map. We're gonna go to New York. We're gonna smash it.
What? What?
Give me one for the one time. It's gonna be easy.
My name's Sam Pearson. My in-game name is Twiz.
I'm Chris Hunt. My in-game name is Cover H.
That is it.
Attends, Vomiton et mon gars, ils vont te niquer. Mais je sais pas, hein. Je sais pas, j'ai pas vu les perfs du duo Mitro et mon Graal, mais... Plus de son, là? Ouais, normal, parce que j'ai fait ça. Mais je sais pas. C'est bien, ils vont tout niquer, ou c'est bien, ou on sait pas. On verra ce soir.
Twiz is like really loud and crazy. He's like always cracking jokes. He's doing something to make someone laugh. Look at this! Look at this beautiful place!
Look! L'Australie, ça.
He also forces me into situations I wouldn't want to be in, outside of my comfort zones. Yeah, hands off, brother. And I think it just makes me like, you know, like a better person.
Oh yeah.
Colour's a little younger than me. He's a teammate because he's quite aggressive.
Ready.
And he always has his own ideas or own input on what he thinks the game plan should be.
You can't place a wall if you're like right beside it. He's running past you in shadow form. Get your back. Get it worse. My down. Opening. What's up, boys? Easy. Alright, let's go.
We had quite opposite playstyles at the start. I've been quite aggressive. He's the builder and I'm more of a passive shooter.
He boxed up.
We managed to bring our playstyles together and we started to find pretty good results.
Play this box?
We played the week 2 duo qualifiers from home. We got a couple of wins. Didn't get too overly excited, and then when we actually found out, that was crazy. It was like the biggest sigh of relief. It was like a massive smile.
Congratulations to Twiz and Cover H.
We're so excited for the World Cup. We can't wait to come over to New York and show everyone what we got.
For us, traveling from New Zealand to New York, it doesn't get much further than that. Over 20 hours of travel.
Oh, it's here, bro. We're gonna get it done. So keen, bro. Yeah, same.
I'm really excited to go. I want to see like Times Square. I want to see all the people, duo partners and friends being able to like share this opportunity. It's going to be good for strengthening our friendship and our chemistry. I'm really keen to go over and be a Kiwi, represent New Zealand in Fortnite.
C'est des frérots, ça. C'est des frères.
I want to prove that like our region OCE can actually do well in esports.
Ça se voit,
What we
ouais.
can do is just come in and give it our best crack and try and cause a little bit of an upset.
Aïe aïe aïe. Oh, des bébelles.
Hearing from the boys down under, they're excited to be here. Recently signed by Warriors of the rugby organization, so they want to represent them proud on the stage, and more importantly, they want to represent for Oceania. They're saying, hey, we want to say we left it all on the stage and go for the rest. Now, on to our next group, we have potentially one of the most veteran pairs in the game. It is Saf and Sage, Rush and Sizz, Lucky, Leno and Burl, and then Nate, Hill, and Funk Bob. And
Il y a des gosses, frère.
is dangerous in their own right. I mean, Zay and Saf, they were thought to be the best of the best originally, back to back going on there. And I mean, ESL Katowice, first place going on, tons of online places, qualified for the Fortnite World Cup a number of times as the duo, and Rush and Sizz Lucky as well.
C'est bien, ces gosses, ils peuvent C'est bien, les Leno et Barl, là, ils peuvent défoncer les... Tout ça ou quoi, c'est... Imagine le truc.
And they say they want to put NA West on the map, and after that, we have Nate, Hill, and Funkball.
On est déjà en phase.
Around for ages, second place at TwitchCon, been representing as a duo, and they work so well together. We're going to throw it down to a floor to hear what they have to say ahead of the competition.
What's going on, guys? Jordan Fisher here, standing with Nate Hill and Funk. We've got two remarkably gifted duos here, which is fantastic. Nate, you are a bit of a multi-hyphenate. We can relate on that.
Là, il a 11 ou 12 piges. Ouais, putain, ouais. Laisse tomber, il est plus fort que moi. Le mec, il est en grandes vacances, là, tu sais. Putain, il pleut chez moi. C'est clair que, voilà, enfin, tu sais, à 11-12 ans, on est encore en primaire, je crois. C'est facile, hein. Bien fait. Nate, il est BG. Ah ouais. Frère, des joueurs, ouais. À 11 piges, il peut niquer RÉSEAUX ou quoi, tu sais, on sait pas.
Yeah, I mean, we've gone over like routes and like strats and where teams are dropping, so we've been like studying everybody and seeing where our best like option is.
Bah après ça m'étonnerait, mais je sais pas trop.
since the qualifiers, then I feel confident for the finals.
Fantastic. Well, we're all very excited to see you guys do your work. It's going to be fantastic. Get up there and slay out.
Thank you so much there, Jordan. You can tell they're ready to play. They've been on the stage, and they're confident in their ability. Now, our next group has a number of players who you'll be seeing for the first time today, but you'll also be seeing tomorrow because they qualified for the solos competition. We'll kick it off with the Gambit boys, Flexi and Letwick, followed up with Crew and Chapix, Daedra and Mids of Gamers Origin, and then Nyrox and Aqua. Some of the best pairs coming out of Europe. The Gambit boys are known for being very aggressive, very pointed, and have fully qualified. So both of them playing not only together in the duos, but will be facing off in the solos competition. Crew qualified for solos as well. Chapix just barely missing it a number of times.
Team Gamer Origin. Allez Domi, ouais, allez.
They are honestly one of my favorites in terms of the duo side of the competition and deserve a lot more credit and notoriety than they get.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Daedra and Miz as well.
Attends, je vais fermer ma porte.
With Zayt and Saf that you mentioned before, they played incredibly well out of the French community. So we'll be looking out for them, the Gamers Origin boys. And then Nyrox and Aqua. More can you say about these guys? These guys have been on the rise, and a lot of people are starting to realize how good they are.
They are incredibly consistent in one of the toughest regions, averaging one of the best placements, and additionally, we will see Aqua.
Chapix là, il est choupi là. J'aime bien sa tête.
Jordan, what do they have to say?
What's up? We've got Nyrox and Aqua here. Nyrox, you guys have both been playing around with a bunch of different duos for quite some time. What is it about this duo
Aqua
here that you think has made it all the way to the finals for you?
It's the skill of Aqua that's made it. He's really good in every single aspect of the game, and that's probably why we succeed that much.
Fantastic. And Aqua, what do you think makes this the perfect match for you guys?
Yeah, we're going to win.
Fantastic. Great. Mechanically gifted. Comms are fantastic. We're going to see a lot of that here in just a bit.
So that's exactly what you want to hear going into a duos competition, is your teammate having confidence, and he knows Aqua's already qualified for solos as well. He's going to play there tomorrow, so we'll see that pair going forward. We're going to continue down on the floor with our next group. It's Cease and Elevate, Landjock, Punisher, Wishy DP, and Gustavox, and then Little and Jay. Finally, Mega and Doves, you can see on the left side of your screen right now.
And I just want to say right away, Cease and Elevate don't get enough credit. There's a post on the competitive subreddit about it. Cease, across all of the skirmishes at the beginning, was the most consistent eliminator above every other one of the quote-unquote more popular or better players. Cease was above all of them, and he has dominated.
Il y a des joueurs en vrai que la France je reconnais pas, des joueurs étrangers, mais c'est bien, ils vont faire leur, ils vont tout montrer là ce soir.
But hey, there's 50 of them here today. Landjock, one of the people that a lot of the community thinks has the best creative 1v1 skills in honestly the pro community, so we'll see whether he can convert that today. It's another stage, it's a lot of differences, it's gonna go down to it.
And then Wishy and Gustavox 8 are known for being very aggressive and executing pinch maneuvers incredibly well. If you isolate from your teammate for a second, and we're talking one grid space, they will take advantage. And then Little and Jay, the original S2 boys coming out of NA West, who said, hey, we might be young, but we'll go against anyone. We don't care who it is, we'll push you, we'll take you.
Salut Darkmax, salut à toutes les fraises des bois. Salut à toi, bienvenue.
Talking about taking the walls, Mega and Dubs are in this group too, and there's so much to say about them, but we're just gonna sit down and find out more about Dubs.
En Pennsylvanie. Un gosse. Ils sont sponsors par Nissan. Après Vitality par Renault quoi. Wix. Ouais, il aime la moto. Il habite dans ses baraques.
First thing I do is wake up at 12, hop in the shower, get some food. What time are you gonna start gaming now? Probably in like 10 minutes. And then I'll do some aim training. This is one of the maps that I do. This helps with like AR aim. I hop in creative, warm up my builds. And then scrim for the rest of the day.
De deux. Là, ces joueurs, je les connais pas, hein. Je le découvre. Ouais, il fait du skateboard, c'est cool. Ouais. Ah, lui aussi, c'est un joueur FaZe. Par contre, FaZe, ils sont alliés avec Champion, la marque Champion. On dirait, je sais pas, j'ai cru voir ça.
I then had to go get a cast. I was in the cast for about a year.
It was a long road back for Danny.
Ouais, pourquoi vous montrez ça en fait?
I had to do something, so he made him very comfortable.
Ah, par contre, ouais, ils font des interviews des darons et tout.
That's how I fell in love with gaming because that's the only thing I could do.
Chaud en vrai.
I really never got him back on a skateboard after that, and he kind of found who he was. He really just blew up overnight. If I hadn't broken my leg, I would not be where I'm at right now. I'm a professional Fortnite player.
Oh my, you fixed it up!
Wow. Solos is my strong point.
Okay, my heart's racing right now.
Okay,
dominate by going for picks or playing for high ground.
Iron.
The first time I qualified for the World Cup,
Wow.
it was crazy.
Ça, c'est un beau move.
People were shocked at what I had just done.
He was not with an organization. They were thinking, who is this guy? He's got to be cheating. Nobody knows who he is. He was on a mission to prove them wrong.
Dub said, look, I've qualified. I'm just going to come back and just flex.
Des bons joueurs en vrai. Hein.
To prove them all wrong, I qualified 4 times for solos and once for duos and joined FaZe Clan.
Dub's consistently good.
I play with so much confidence. I just love the game so much that I just want to put every minute into grinding.
Trop bien ces trucs. Salut.
That honestly, in retrospective, I know it was stressful when it happened, but it has to be the biggest compliment that you are quite literally so good, averaging just inside 5th overall with the solo placings, that the entire community thinks you're cheating. That you are that much better, that everyone's there. There's no way, and you saw it there. Him and Mega had one of the most ridiculous performances, racking up close to 50 points in their last 2 matches to qualify. And I mean, it was nuts follow, but now time to get into the next one.
Yeah, let's go ahead forward. The first pair is XXM and Mende out of China, and then following them up is RÉSEAUX and
Ah ouais.
Kinstar, Leneuf and Kinton,
Ben voilà.
and Jamside, and then finally
Les Français. Team Solari. Nikov. RÉSEAUX. Hunter, Kinstar. Ils ont mis Athlète, enfin ils ont mis la Team Solari et tout ensemble. Ouais. Regarde du Pro-AM. Et si on mettre une petite... non, je sais pas s'ils vont mettre.
One of the duos I think a lot of people need to look out for, though, is SSK7 and Jamside, known for their aggressive style of play, always fighting for high ground earlier than most people, and then not giving it up. Nobody is going to be able to contest them off.
Allez, ils vont gagner.
Because of it, but we'll see if that might bite them here today.
And you talk about insanely aggressive. Most people, you need to tag them and see shields broken or maybe white damage to go after them. Volks and Harpy, if you move and they see a pixel, they're going, they raise all kinds of chaos in NA East when playing in the Trios tournament, and now we're going to get a chance to talk to the aggressive Oceania duo down on the floor. Jordan, what do you have for us?
I've got Barbie and Volks here, two of the most astonishing talents out of Oceania. You guys are coming all the way over from not only Australia, but New Zealand, facing off against some of the best talent, not only from your region, but the rest of the world. We've seen that there are different play styles from kind of everywhere. We all know this, but going into this, how do you prepare? How does one prepare up against these play styles?
I just eat a fruit salad, just have a shower, get off, get some water, have a fruit salad, and then just try to get high.
Love it, regardless of the region. That's great. Fruit salad. You can take care of NA East and EU and everybody. Now, the most astonishing thing here is this record, this elim record of 102 that you guys had, the single most elims in 1 week. I don't think anybody would expect for either of you guys to be super W key today because of what you're up against. But what is your strategy going into this?
Just play slow and just hopefully make it to end game and fight. That's basically it.
Beautiful. Well, we're going to see it here very soon. We can't wait.
Disappointed that routine of 2 fruit salads in the morning isn't going to give them the confidence to continue what we know and love about them, the W key mentality.
I honestly thought he was just going to turn and look at Jordan and be like, a W key, holding forward the whole time, but they know when to play intelligently and play for height. Let's get into our next group. Again, his qualifiers from NA East and NA West. We have Tetra and Eclipse, Ronaldo and Zip, Sean and Aiden and Roth, DW and Blue Team. Now, I want to give a quick shout out to Eclipse in particular. I popped into his backpack a number of times personally. We had to do some tests, and they had a phenomenal qualifying week. And then Ronaldo and Zip averaging some of the highest placements in the week they played. They popped on
Mais il faut pas partir de
came out of nowhere with people like, who are you guys qualifying through in the first run, going to look to make a run at it here today.
And then what more can you say about Sean and Aiden? I mean, this is a duo that we've seen time and time again. A favorite out of NA West that week that they came out of. They clutched up and did amazing things. Both of them took part of our Pro-Am tourney yesterday.
And then Rohit, DW, and Blue Team, one of my personal favorite duos. They came together after week 4 saying, hey, we need to do something different. Rohit came onto the scene during the Winter Royale, qualified through the open format, and looks to punish people's mistakes at all points of the game. You talk about hyper-aggressive players early, you can't stop him from going, but the one person who does is Blue Team, known for his calm decision-making, kind of turning off all emotions and just making the right decisions. They have a fantastic pair in chemistry, and I mean, I'm excited to hear what Dan has to say leading into the competition. It's going to be just absolutely amazing.
Fantastic. We've got Blue T and Rope DW here, two beyond incredibly mechanically gifted players here. Blue T, you've placed consistently in the top 15 over the last year from the Winter Royale qualifiers, the Secret Skirmish, and top 5 in the Share the Love event. How are the two of you together going to work to secure this #1 spot today?
I'm just going to give this guy a bunch of call-outs, make sure he's safe and alive, and once we hit late game, he's just going to slay out.
Slay out away. We can't wait.
It's going to be so incredible to see if they can make that dynamic work on the stage. They have such great teamwork, and they have distinct play styles over the face of the game, and if they can get rolling, they might be able to challenge towards that top. Now on to our next group, because we're excited to keep the introductions rolling. It's Item and Derox, Oslo and Bad Sniper, 4ZR and No Word, Red Rush and Snappy, and then Yu Wang and KBB. It's a bunch of guys out of Europe, and then the Chinese qualifiers coming out of the Tencent track. And I mean, some of these guys are incredibly skilled. Item and Derox with that ridiculous 41 elimination victory royale during the semifinals, and then they carried over the performance into the Sunday.
One of the only times we saw actually consistency from the semifinals carry over into the finals. But another team that actually started breaking through in the finals towards the end, which led them to qualify, is Oslo and Bad Sniper. And I think something very interesting about this group, or this duo in particular, they're going to be contesting at Tilted Towers, and they are very proficient at doing so.
They will be in the fray, and if Bad Sniper gets a sniper in his hands, here's the joke. His name online is actually not Bad Sniper, because he hits all of those shots. Will be looking to make them pay. Now, 4ZR and Nord, also another very aggressive pair, but kind of just like to chill out at times. They like find themselves on the edge, taking rifles. If they know they have an advantage, they go. We've seen them before as well in the Winter Royale.
Yeah. And then on the bottom right there, Yu Wang and KBB, they came out of the Tencent track, which was a competition that was hosted out in China. And so I think a lot of people didn't see those games and don't really know what these two are all about. Let's continue and find out more about them.
心情的话，非常亢奋吧，就可以跟各国的选手切磋。如果想跟一个队来对抗的话，我更希望是跟芒果那队。
要对游戏的喜欢，对吧？然后对游戏的理解，
还要有一个信仰，就是想成为冠军的一种念头。毕竟职业就是要奔着冠军去。
喜欢这款游戏，然后对游戏的理解程度，然后对自己的技术非常的自信。
心情就感觉跟做梦一样，但这一切都是靠自己努力得来的，就非常好。冠军等着我们！
So happy to see their level of excitement and to be here representing China through those 10-second track. It was amazing to watch them play in those games. A distinct different style, but also very built-in rifle-centric. Will be one of two Chinese teams representing. And now into our last section of qualifiers. These were the guys who ended up qualifying in the final week. The last chance to be there. It's Slacks and Keys, Calculator and Macwood. Zone and King. Epic Whale and 4DR Storm. And then Vinny and Zexro. And I mean, so many of these guys we could talk about right now, but the one I want to focus on, King and Zone, coming out of Argentina. They are ridiculously aggressive, know how to go full send, and I think people will be surprised. They're able to execute on a level where if they get rolling, it's going to be very hard to stop them.
It's one of the same situations as the kind of Chinese duo, at least at smaller extents, because a lot of these guys don't know how they play, don't know how to respond when the play style that they haven't gone up against is shown. But one duo I want to talk about is Epic Whale and Storm, because this is one of the few fully qualified duos. We'll see both of them tomorrow, and what a way to do it, because they came together at the last second as well.
They came together in the final week knowing it was their last opportunity, and they wanted to be there. They wanted 2 seats on the stage in each one of the competitions that really separated themselves. But speaking of somebody who separated themselves, Zexro and Vinny. Zexro, the original pioneer of the My Wall now. I'm going at you. I will win the game with 16+ eliminations, and there's nothing you can do about it. Him and Vinny broke through everything, coming over not only Zexro's wrist issues, but a little bit of kind of turbulence between them. They're actually not even going to be doing after this competition, so this will be a last hurrah, and let's see what Zexro and Vinny have to say.
We've got Vinny and Zexro here. Very excited to see you guys. I know that a lot of people are thrilled and excited to see what you guys have planned for today. You both have been competing both very well in duos and solos over the course of the year. How do you think that the competition today is going to compare to the rest of the competitions that you had leading up to the scrims, whatever the case may be?
For sure, the competition's definitely going to be hard today. Probably the hardest competition yet, but I'm very confident for us to succeed today. So
awesome. Well, we believe in you guys. Now, Zexro, you told us after qualifying for the last week of duos that you were suffering from some tendonitis. Preparing for a competition like this, especially at such a high caliber, there's got to be a lot of stress involved with that. How have you been physically preparing for today?
So basically, I didn't really play much, and then I was just mod reviewing everything. I was just playing the qualifier days, take a lot of a leave, you know, and then it started going away at the end, and then qualified, so we're chilling.
Fantastic. Well, we're all really excited to see you guys. I know that a lot of people are, a lot of TSM fans here and all over the world. It's going to be a great day.